I want to continue our coverage here of this severe weather that moved through the area with our Sherman Desselle. Sherman, good evening.
Hey, good evening. A different change of pace from what we were talking to you about a couple of hours ago. We're 290, Northwest 290. There's a plaza behind us. Everything's got dark, but you can see this pretty well. Take a look at this. This is something that we got word of, and we put our eyes on it, and it's incredible to see. This power tower is down. It's mangled, just folded up like a piece of paper right there where it broke towards the bottom. So about the 10,000 block of the Northwest Freeway, there's a big building behind it called the Manhattan Life Building. I just spoke with the lady who was in the building when this happened. She said it was like an earthquake had gone off because they felt the impact of this tower as it came down. Now, pan to your left over here, Raymond. As you can see, it's completely dark. You got to reminder for people who are coming by, because we've been seeing a lot of people slowing down right here on this feeder road, taking pictures of what they see because it is a remarkable thing, but that creates a big hazard. That's something I heard Coco talk about where she's at. The same applies here. And also people are dealing with other things. You see this Hummer right in front of me? This is a lady that we just spoke to. She ran out of gas about a mile up, and she decided to just pull up over here, and she's trying to get AAA. She doesn't have any charge on her phone anymore. She's just trying to get a hold of some people. But, I mean, that's another layer of problems, right? Because the power's down, so getting gas at a gas station may be an issue. Over here, it's a little too dark to see. We're going to drive around a little bit. But on our way up here towards this direction, there's a lot of plaza, a little shopping areas and stores and neighborhoods. We saw a lot of downed trees. We saw a lot of downed wooden fences. We saw a lot of things like that. So just be mindful, especially if you decide to travel. If you must travel, or you're trying to get somewhere safely, do it very carefully. All along this feeder road, there was stuff spreaded about, stuff that flew from this plaza, went onto the feeder road and even onto the freeway to 290. So our own Matt Mateka, a photographer, while we were coming up here, we saw his car stranded with a busted tire on the freeway, and it was because some of the shrapnel that came while the wind was blowing hit his car, and it knocked the tire out. So that's something to keep in mind when you're traveling during severe weather. Things happen very quickly. Safe to say he is okay. We just saw a crew come by, a AAA crew come by, assist him in getting off the road. That's the most important thing. But we're going to go back over to this tower over here. Just take another look at this. Can you imagine being in a building, you're seeing the winds blowing. They say they got some busted windows over there, and you hear a loud noise, like an earthquake is what they said. So that's a power tower that we see is down right now. We also saw a couple of busted windows at this shopping center right to the behind us. So we're gonna kind of go backwards and check and see what we can see. But again, it's very dark. Visibility is low. A lot of people are still on the road. Everybody be careful. Back to you.
Well, Sherman, you were at HISD headquarters earlier this evening when the storm was actually hitting. Mm-hmm. Have you heard any type of update on if the district will have school tomorrow, and can you bring us back to those moments when that storm hit?
As far as school being on tomorrow or not, I'm not sure. But one thing I will tell you is that the board decided to postpone the meeting because the power never came back on, at least in the last 30 minutes to an hour. That's what I've been told. So that's going to have to get postponed. But it was an important meeting. It was a budget meeting, and they have to approve that budget by June. So they're probably going to have to put in some type of special rescheduled meeting between here and June, right before Father's Day. But there were a lot of people that were in there, over 200 parents, teachers, children, waiting to hear about the budget. And they started to get a little upset because the power was out. It was getting hot. People were already upset. So we decided to leave because we knew that we were going to have to shift towards weather. Weather was a priority. It was a priority there. Shout out to the people at HISD, the safety group, and the HISD police chief. They were very helpful, making sure that everybody was safe, because that chamber where they have those boardrooms is storm ready. So people were just told to just stay put, stay away from glass windows, because there's a lot of glass windows at that Hattie Mae White building. But out here on 290 Northwest, definitely a lot of damage that people are going to be paying attention to. Again, if you travel this way and you want to take a picture, try not to, because there is still some traffic, and it's going to be even more dangerous because the lights are out all along this place.
Definitely for nightfall. I was going to say that TxDo just tweeted out saying crews are out this evening and will be removing trees and debris, addressing other related issues. So if you do see them, please move out of the way. I'm sure that you've been seeing law enforcement and emergency vehicles going by as well.
We saw a few emergency vehicles. We've heard a couple of sirens, but right now it's just dark. This happened, it was light when we got out here, right, Raymond? And now it's completely dark. So that's another thing to keep in mind. A lot of these businesses, they're kind of just checking on their shops, making sure it's secure, and they're not really sticking around to see what's going to happen. Even the Chick-fil-A, we saw a lot of businesses like a Burger King, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, their signage is ripped out and spread about somewhere else off of 290. That's definitely a safety hazard.
Hey, Sherman, give our viewers a little bit of insight, man. You, like you said, were covering this HISD budget meeting, and then you literally, at the drop of a dime, had to just drop everything and do something else. Kind of give the viewer a little bit of insight what it's like to be a reporter on days like today.
I don't know how I can sum that up for you, Anthony. I just know that I always have to be ready. I was told years ago, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? So I knew that weather was going to be a priority once everyone started going to weather. So before we even told to leave, we decided to pack our stuff up and head towards the direction that we were going to be told eventually. I changed my clothes in the car while Raymond drove to where we were. It took longer to get there because the signal is down depending on what service you use. All the while trying to make sure that you communicate with your team back at the station, because they have an idea of what's happening and we have a more up-to-date, accurate idea of what's happening because we see it. So, it's a trick, but I managed to do it. No idea. We all do it. I think you guys have been doing a great job. It's even harder for you to be on the desk, keep getting updates back and forth. I texted a couple of you and said, hey, I'm at 290. So it's all about communication, right?
Well, you do a great job of it, Sherman. We just want you to be safe, so make sure you take it slow and be careful once you make it back to the station. Sure. But obviously, we still have 2 newscasts to get through tonight, so we appreciate it, Sherman.
Absolutely. We'll see you later on.